Your very existence is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So TCU's offense has the ball first today. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Payne. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference since they've expanded.
Turning it on! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Makes the catch. It's McAllister. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll line up for a second down play. Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Hoover. Pulls it in, it's James. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Wow, and what... by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking for room, it's Barnes. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Bringing the heat. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay a nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a fourth down.
The Longhorns offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse. Do they let him make the play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups? Or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want... And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Sets up the screen. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
The Horned Frogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield, it's McAllister. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Here's the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got the backfield, got the big play.
And the Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Manning. The sure hands, it's Moore. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Good job running top and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
And the Longhorns are on the move. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Gonna take a shot. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. The throw. Right on target this time. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds his big tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Washington. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. What's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the 1st, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They're not into 3s, they want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. These guys got knocked around in Big 12 play last year, and that has been a motivating force during the offseason.
Yeah, and you hope it's a motivating force. You hope they were talking about it. You hope it matters to your team that last year was a very big disappointment. With expectations for this squad to end up like they did, a lot of time to stew on it. The whole offseason, Palmer, you better be irritated. They better come out with some momentum to start Big 12 play.
I think what was so frustrating about this team last year was that on paper, they looked like a team that could compete for the Big 12 championship, but it just didn't show up each and every week. This year...
He's loose. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Hauls it in. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Showing the arm strength to the left. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Snags a quick pass on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Horned Frogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Pulls it in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Horned Frogs are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. That's caught. It's McAllister. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Trying to get it to the marker. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
The run from the shotgun. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Got the quick pass. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Power ahead. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. He's going for the goal line. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 4 over the Groupers. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Makes the grab. They'll immediately call timeout. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Works the middle of the field. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Wants to keep it in the air. Finds a tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll send the tight end in motion. Gives it on the option. Got the first down and more. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
It's complete on the right side. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Going for 6. Touchdown, TCU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back in the 13. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready. They're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Manning. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Now adjusting. Fires on the move. Got his man on the right. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He uncorks one deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with results of the play. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. Takes the handoff. It's Barnes. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those.
Oh, he dropped it! Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
They'll move the tight end. They'll try the run. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to the play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Texas! Fitted in the window for the score.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. He's only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Bailey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The inside handoff. Into the pile, maybe got 1. He stopped at the 21.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. Just needs a crack to get a return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They want to run it left here. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Forced out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Manning. Setting up the screen. Turning on the Jets. Got enough space. Touchdown, Longhorns! They take the lead with the 6.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this. You keep finding them.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Payne. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Now the play fake. They get to him as he throws. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Zings it complete to the right. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
On third down, going up top. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Texas offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop. Forcing a turnover. Best case scenario. Offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
Leaves it with the running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass, it's Hoover. It's complete. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Tight end now in motion. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football. I tackle him on the ground, and I force the 4th down.
He's stuffed, knocked down behind the line of scrimmage on 4th and goal, and they'll have it at the 3. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Unloads quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Now on second down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Throws for the tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Power football with the run. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Gets it past the marker. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the ground with the back.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Oh, there's the ball. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back.
Well, the running back really lucky he jumped on his own fumble right there, and he's going to have to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure on the ball and with ball security, because you put it on the ground, you find yourself on the sideline in this offense.
And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The give on the inside.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Gives it on the option. He works it inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19. That's where they'll spot it. Short of the first down, now a decision to be made. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Texas.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker will try to add a little cushion to this late lead. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. After this, it'll be a wrap. To throw, it's Hoover. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.